Hello and welcome to This Week with Ajaz Haque. It is Saturday, April 25th and the first of Ramadan in Pakistan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. My request to those who have not yet subscribed, please do so and press the bell icon so you keep getting the latest updates of all the videos as and when they're posted. Thank you very much. We'll start with the corona update first. The reported cases in Pakistan so far are 11,736, out of which 2,589 have recovered and gone home, and the number of deaths so far is 243, which is just above 2%, which is pretty consistent with previous weeks. Now, the Prime Minister held a telethon this week and raised 550 million rupees. Overall, the PM's COVID relief fund has taken in 2.7 billion rupees so far. So those of you who wish to contribute, you can Google the PM's COVID relief fund or Prime Minister's COVID-19 Pandemic Relief Fund, and you will be taken to the National Bank of Pakistan site where you can donate money directly. Also, for those people who may be stuck in Pakistan or outside who are wishing to travel back home to their homes, log into piac.com.pk and there's a schedule of special flights that PIA is operating. These flights are not cheap because most of these flights are just one-way passengers for PIA, so the costs are pretty high, but at least you can get home if you are stuck somewhere. There was a phone call between Donald Trump and Imran Khan this week. The US President requested Pakistan to export hydrochloroquine. Angela Merkel, the German Chancellor, had done the same thing when she spoke to Imran Khan a week ago. Now Pakistan is supplying chloroquine to both countries, and Mr. Trump was kind enough to offer respirators to Pakistan. But Pakistan already has a number of respirators they bought from China. But still a good thing. I think most of the phone conversation was about peace in Afghanistan, which seems to be faltering because the exchange of prisoners has not taken place as it was scheduled. The Afghan government has been very reluctant to release prisoners. But unless that part is accomplished, the actual dialogue between the Taliban and the rest of the Afghan community is not going to take place, and that's very important that they sit down together and devise a strategy of how the future of Afghanistan will look once the US troops leave Afghanistan. There was another important development. Pakistan government in 1994, due to shortage of electricity, invited private enterprise to come and set up power projects, i.e. independent power projects, and a number of companies within Pakistan and outside set up power projects. However, the power purchase agreements that were offered to them were so generous that they've cost a fortune to Pakistan. The electricity rates in Pakistan are at least 40% more than in India, and in Iran the electricity rates are only 10% that of Pakistan. So, being concerned with this, PM Imran Khan had set up a committee, 9-member committee under the chairmanship of former SECP chairman Mr. Muhammad Ali, which came up with a report that Pakistan, through these agreements, may end up paying 4 trillion rupees over and above what it should pay, which is close to $20 billion or maybe a bit more. So a lot of concern. However, these agreements are legal and valid, so they cannot be cancelled. But the government may consider may consider not to purchase electricity from those power producers whose 25-year power purchase agreements have lapsed, and say thank you very much to you. They've already made their money and they can pack up and go. A commission has been set up under a retired Supreme Court judge to conduct a forensic audit and come up with a recommendation as to how the country can overcome this situation. So that they have 3 months to do it. So let's hope they come up with positive recommendations and the electricity rates can be brought down for the consumers and for the industry. In terms of the Treasury bill investments, as you know, a number of foreign fund managers have been investing in Pakistan Treasury bills. But some money left when the rupee devalued just at the start of coronavirus. But surprisingly, $400 million came back into Pakistan Treasury bills this last week alone. And now this money is invested in dollars, but the government is not committed to pay dollars because these are rupee denominated treasury bills. So the foreign fund managers are taking the exchange risk, but it seems that they are confident that the rupee will improve, which in fact it has, from 169 to the US dollar a week ago to 161. Now the financial roundup, one more item, sorry, before the financial roundup. There was an article in New York Times last week, and many of my friends overseas sent the article to me, which said that that Imran Khan has been completely sidelined and the military is now running the entire COVID-19 operation. It was a completely fake news. And I understand one of the journalists whose name was on the article is based in Delhi and has never visited Pakistan, has never ever talked to anybody in Pakistan. The fact is that there's a National Command and Operations Center which is overseeing the entire coronavirus operation in Pakistan, and this is headed by Mr. Ajaz, the planning minister. It has a lieutenant general and it has a number of doctors and other people. So this is the NCOC is the organization that collects all the data on a daily basis, and then they decide what we're going to do with the lockdown, and that decision goes to the cabinet. So the cabinet has extended the lockdown by 2 weeks to May 9th. But in the meantime, they're planning to start smart lockdown, i.e. start opening up those areas which do not have problem, but keep an eye and watch, and wherever there's a problem, completely lock down that area and provide medical facilities and services. So hopefully the wheel of economy can start turning, and the difficulties that people are experiencing, those will come to an end. Now the markets roundup. The S&P 500 started the week at 2874 and closed at 2836. Dow was 24,242 at the beginning of the week and closed at 23,775. The Pakistan Stock Exchange Index started the week at 32,831 and closed at 32,806, so hardly any movement, just like S&P. Mumbai Sensex started the week at 31,588 and closed at 31,327. The Indian rupee started the week at 76.50 and closed at 76.32. Again, hardly any movement. The most exciting thing that happened in the week in the markets was the West Texas crude, which plunged from 1704 to negative 39.44 one day, but then closed at negative $2 and then recovered on the close of business Friday to $17.18. So quite a bit of yo-yo. I guess there were a lot of speculators. The problem was that there was surplus crude and there was no storage facility, and some of it is being stored on the ships and tankers, and the cost of those is phenomenal. So the producers are willing to give oil and also hand over money, but it only lasted a day. Anyway, so that is it for the week. Thank you very much for joining, and look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye.